What is everybody, and welcome back to Four-Man Blitz, or I guess it's Three-Man Blitz today, with the NFC East boys, also known as, I guess, Commanding Takes. Is that what you guys go by, the Washington boys? What do you guys go by together? You guys have like a duo name? No,
Do
because
we?
not like
I don't know if we do. The show's called Commanding Takes, but
there you go. Obviously, Commanders Chris and We Sport News both know them. We have a few things to talk about today. So Derwin James got the bag. Deshaun Watson suspension came out today, got updated, and we're also gonna do Would You Rather. Let's do the Deshaun Watson first. So we talked about Deshaun Watson getting suspended 6 games a few episodes ago with Bronze by Jacob. He's not here, sadly. Um, and now we're going to talk about obviously the NFL came out today with their ruling, which is final 11 games. And um, and Deshaun Watson's not appealing it, so that is set. 11 games is what's happening. $5 million fine, but he's rich. That doesn't really matter. Nico,
imagine
um,
like $5 million he could just
he got like a $200 billion. He got $200. He got a $200 million guarantee contract. You think 5 mil of that's gonna hurt him?
Yeah, he's only getting paid 1 mil this year though.
True. So Nico, obviously you've been very vocal on your TikTok. What do you think about the Deshaun Watson getting suspended?
Well, I mean, I'll just say it clearly. He should have been suspended longer. There's really nothing else really to say. I mean, he should have been suspended longer. You have 24 cases on you, and I don't know all the details to it because I don't read into it like Jacob does. But I mean, listen, bro, if Big Ben did his stuff and got 3 games, bro, and Deshaun has 24 cases of this and only gets 11 games. And then you look at, and I hate to use other sports, but like you look at MLB with a guy like Trevor Bauer who got falsely accused of some stuff and got suspended 268 games for false accusations. It's just
But
I don't
as
know.
an MLB casual, how many like seasons is 268 games? Because I know the MLB has like a lot of games in a season.
I think he got suspended for 2 seasons.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. But I don't know, dude. It should have been longer. Even before 6 games was not even enough either. And then you got guys like Calvin Ridley who are suspended for a year. It's for gambling and I understand it's a part of the rules, but he wasn't playing. But I mean, if you're looking at gambling compared to what was it, misconduct? What was it? What is the term that Jacob uses?
Sexual misconduct.
Sexual misconduct. But he has 24 of those beautiful things into sitting around, and he
Yeah.
only gets suspended for 11 games and 5 mil. I think he just got a slap on the knee and out the door he went. But that's just my opinion on it.
Chris, what do you think?
Um, so I'm a Clemson fan, so obviously I was a big fan of Deshaun Watson at one point. So I think that the thing is, man, the original 6 games was a little too low. But I don't think that it should. I mean, it shouldn't be much longer than 11 games, just for the reason that I hate to be that guy, but it's technically not confirmed that he did anything. So
Yeah.
I mean, with that being said, I think that it should have been about 12 games. So I think that he got about where he needed to be, and yeah, so the NFL did about what they needed to.
So, one thing I will ask to Chris is when Deshaun Watson stuff first started to come out, when like you got like one, two, three, just cases, you were kind of defending Watson, saying, well, this could just be a money thing. They just want their money. But then it seems now you kind of flipped to more of it's just too many cases to deny. Is that why you flipped? Was because just the amount of cases, or was there like anything you saw that like worried you?
I think like you said, it was a mix though. It was like like 3 cases. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe a little bias with the benefit of the doubt, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe these chicks got together and said, we massaged Deshaun Watson, so we're gonna go at him for his money. Cool. But when you get to the point where it's 20 plus, man, one of them got to be telling the truth, man. And it was also a mix of the way he would act, the stuff he would say, the stuff he started to say. It just started to get a little seeming guilty.
Yeah, and one thing I will say is also the timing when that cases first came out was very bad. Because he just requested a trade, and the lead prosecutor for all these cases was very close with the McNair family, which is the owners of the Houston Texans. I think he was even neighbors with them. Like it is really bad timing, but it's hard to just sit here and be like, yeah, 24 women came together and said, let's just fuck over to Deshaun Watson. And no woman came out and said, hey, they're trying to get me to do this. It's just really weird. Nico,
I think I said that at the beginning. I was more spitting out the hypothetical of like, oh, like so Deshaun wants to leave Houston, but because Houston didn't want to trade him at that point. They weren't willing to trade him.
well,
So
I mean, who wants to trade Deshaun
I know
Watson?
obviously like no one's gonna want to trade
Yeah.
Deshaun, but I don't know. I thought that the conspiracy of like, oh, this is now coming up and he wants to leave, but they don't want him to leave. And it just all and like all the timing of everything just came so quick that it kind of did look suspicious at the beginning, obviously. But now we know the truth. So
And I mean, we can overlook this schedule, and maybe Bronze Bud Jacobs going to somehow say they're going to make the playoffs here. I'll try.
no,
So
Jacob's gonna sit here and say how Joshua Dobbs is gonna be all
hey,
MVP.
don't hate on Joshua Dobbs. All
Oh,
right,
my fault. Jacoby Brissett's gonna be
Go.
offensive player of the year, or Josh Rosen's gonna run the triple option with Jacoby.
So I mean, again, knowing Jacoby, unless I mean they could trade for Garoppolo now. That could happen. I don't know why that'd be useless. They have a good roster. Like you could argue the Browns have. I mean, the Browns have a better roster than the Niners. So could he not get them? I mean, obviously it would suck because then whenever Watson does come back, you have a $20 million QB on your bench.
Yeah.
But if when you build this much of a roster, Amari Cooper isn't getting younger. Myles Garrison is damn near prime. I don't know. Panthers week 1 with Brissett. I think that's a loss. I think Baker's gonna be on a revenge tour that game. I think he's gonna go like 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. The rest of the season go like 15 and 17. Jets, Browns with Zach Wilson not playing. I'll give you guys that game.
Don't count out Joe Flacco like that, man. The disrespect is unreal. He's elite.
Racist. All right. Steelers, Steelers, Browns. Dude, I guess I'll go Steelers there. So that's 1-2. Falcons. Who wants to watch that game? Jacoby Brissett versus Marcus Mariota? Like, come on. Who do you think who's winning that game? Falcons?
Let's give it to Atlanta just to piss off Jacob.
1-3. Chargers 1-4. Quick. Patriots 1-5. Ravens 1-6.
No,
You think Jacoby Brissett beats the Patriots?
Man, if they beat the Patriots, then they got to beat the Falcons. Nico with the.
I mean, it's the Browns.
So they're beating the Patriots, but they're losing to the Falcons?
Wait. Yeah, actually. I mean, I could see. I mean, dude, it's a Browns thing.
I'll be generous. So I'll say they beat the Falcons. So I'll go 2-2, and then that's 2-3 to the Chargers, 2-4 to the Patriots, 2-5 to the Ravens, 2-6 to the Bengals, 2-7 to the Dolphins, 2-8 to the Bills, 2-9. You're not beating the Bills or Bucks. That's 2-10. Then Watson comes back against the Texans. And at 2-10, you're screwed. You're not making the playoffs.
Wouldn't it just be pointless? Okay, say for instance, like if they're just out of playoff contention, wouldn't it just be pointless to bring back Watson? Like at that point, like why would you?
Then I think you're just giving him reps. You're just giving him reps because at least then by next year he's gonna be ready. Like this year, like you're playing the Texans. Maybe you can upset the Bengals and make Bengals fans really mad. Maybe that'll be a big game for the Bengals.
Didn't they sweep the Bengals last year? I know that Baker was there and all that, but did they sweep them?
I think so. But Jacoby Brissett's not Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield's extraordinarily mid, but that's probably a backup. 2-10, you're not salvaging that. I don't think, even if you have Patrick Mahomes, you're not salvaging that. I don't care. You have to, in this AFC, to even make the wild card, you're probably going to have to win 11 games. So we'll move on from Deshaun Watson. Browns were screwed. Great. Let's move on. Okay. Next, we're going to do Would You Rather Buda Baker edition. I feel like he's an interesting player. People rank him weirdly. I feel like Nico's high on Buda Baker. I don't remember though.
So random. It's like a random player to me.
He is weird. Not weird. He's random. Not weird. So Nico, Buda Baker. We're gonna go like the easy ones, right? So we're gonna go the top safeties first. Buda Baker or Minka Fitzpatrick?
Minka.
Why was that even a hesitation?
I don't know. I had to think about what you said for that. My bad. My brain was.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
All right. Buda Baker or Kevin Byard?
Kevin Byard.
Okay.
Kevin Byard.
All right, cool. Buda Baker or Marcus Williams? He's on a top safety. I decided to put him out there.
I'm actually high on Marcus Williams, so Marcus Williams.
I'm gonna go Marcus Williams.
Buda Baker or Quandre Diggs? Healthy, obviously. Buda Baker.
That's
Big fan of Quandre, but I'm going Buddha. Buddha's exciting to watch, man.
I'm gonna go Quandre, dude. Quandre when he's healthy is just too good.
Buddha Baker or Antoine Winfield.
Oh,
Buddha.
Okay, that's interesting. Buddha Baker or Jordan Poyer.
that's the dude on the Bills, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Give me Buda Baker by a slim, but
I'll
Budda
go
Baker.
Buddha just because Jordan Poyer is like the worst tackling safety in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'll take Buda.
Buddha Baker or Tyrann Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu. Yeah.
It might be name bias, but Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, that one's actually close. I don't feel like Tyrann's that good anymore. Who else? We're gonna do like one or two more. Buddha Baker or Adrian Amos.
Buda Baker. If it was like 2 years ago, Adrian Amos, but no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, well, two more. Buddha Baker or Javon Holland.
Buda. Yeah.
Oh,
Buda.
you're saying that like Javon Holland was like a top 7 safety.
No,
last
I
year.
mean no, Javon Holland's not a bad, but like if we're comparing him and Buda, I mean Buda's obviously better.
Yes. Buddha Baker or Jesse Bates.
Jesse Bates.
Jesse Bates isn't really a conversation. I don't know why Nico.
Jesse Bates, I guess. I have to look at stats, but I'll just go Jesse Bates.
I don't know what's up with my mind's just delayed. I don't know what's wrong
Why
with
did
it.
Chris's water bottle look censored?
So last topic we're talking about is staying with the safeties. Derwin James got a bag. $76.4 million over 4 years, $19 million a year, which is the highest in the NFL, obviously. $42 million guaranteed, and $29 million in year one, which is ridiculous, by the way. See, I'm on the train that Derwin James is extremely overrated. I'm on that train. Not that Derwin's not a top 5 safety. I just feel like he isn't that. I think it was maybe elite takes. I think it was elite, but he said that Derwin James is the best safety in the NFL, and it's not even close. He's miles better than everybody else. And that's just not a good take. Now, Derwin is probably one of, if not the best run defense safeties in the NFL. And he does good in man coverage, but his zone coverage is lacking. And I just don't feel like he's the best safety in the NFL. It's just that simple. Nico, who's the best safety in the NFL?
To me, it's a toss up between 3. I mean, there's a solidified one, and then there's 2. I mean, I think Kevin Byard's the best safety in the league. That's just me.
I had to say W.
No, I mean, no, genuinely. I think Byard is, but I feel like you could also say Justin Simmons is the best in the league. You could say Minkah Fitzpatrick is the best in the league. Jesse Bates may have the argument, but I don't think it's not as strong as Justin and Minkah. But Chris has been nodding his head the whole time.
Chris, who's the best safety in the
NFL? Derwin James. I'm not as high as like big takes, man. A lot of stuff they done said is crazy. I've even heard people say that Derwin James is better than Sean Taylor. But the thing is, I really do believe that Derwin James is like the best safety in the NFL. I mean, I think his talent is definitely. I think his talent is why he's the best in the league to me. But top 2, Kevin Byard is still up there, but I gotta go down with that.
I don't know. It's his pass coverage. I just feel like never stands out. I will say it's like a big thing with him. I don't feel like you good, Nico. Oh, he's on the phone. Okay. I feel like his pass coverage doesn't stand out like that. I feel like you never see him making those plays in zone. He's a good man, and he's probably one of the best safeties in the NFL guarding tight ends, which is extremely nice to have. And you saw that play, it's NFL plays every like week where he like clamped up Darren Waller on that one outside post. It goes every week. Nico, are you back?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So Derwin James got his bag. We knew he was gonna get the highest paid safety in the NFL. He's like $1 million more than Minkah Fitzpatrick at 2 now, per year. So that is the end of the episode. We'll be back in a few days for preseason coverage, and we'll see you guys next time.